guys, so today I'm going to be showing you a DIY Leah's Rainforest, and this was created by my friend Janie Stevens. I'll link her Google account in the info corner right there, so let's get started.
Hey guys, welcome back to Craft Tomato, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make an American Girl doll rainforest house for your American Girl. Because my American Girl doll here and her friends are homeless and they need a place to live, okay? So we're going to make her one. Let's get into the video. Oof, I just hit my American Girl doll's head. The things you're going to need is a hot glue gun, paperboard, glue sticks and hot glue, pencil, ruler, and scrapbooking paper. I got these at Michael's. They're 79 cents each, so they will be a little pricey, but whatever. You also will be needing scissors and a trifold from the dollar store for $1. Get it from the dollar store because it's cheap and it's awesome and not expensive. You're also going to want to get your American Girl doll for measurements, but don't worry, you won't need her long. She can just sit out inside or like on the hot tub. Time out, you know. First, lay your doll in the trifold and mark where her head is, and then draw a line straight across from that mark on the trifold. Then I'm adding another line 5 inches above the first line I drew, and then drawing a line straight across. Next, draw a triangle that's pointing straight into the middle of your trifold, just like this, all the way to the very top. Make sure the center of your triangle is about in the middle of where it should be, in the middle of the trifold. Yeah, do that. Next, open your trifold up and draw lines going across the tabs. Then cut it out. And keep going. Yep, okay, you're almost there. Awesome. And that is our basic structure for our house. Now draw and cut out a window. While I was cutting out with my X-Acto knife, I accidentally cut the wooden side of the ruler and the plastic side of my ruler when I was cutting the stuff out. Now cover your trifold with scrapbook paper. Remember, when you're covering the part where it folds, make sure the tab is folded in before wrapping it. I did the same thing on the other side, except I used blue scrapbook paper for wallpaper. I covered a piece of cardboard with scrapbook paper just the right size for our floor. Cut 2 pieces of cardboard, one longer than the other, to make 2 sets of 2. These will go on the side of our walls. Cover them with paper. Now glue the long piece of cardboard on the outside of your tab. Now take a piece of fabric. I'm using an old scarf. Cut a large rectangle. Cut yourself 2 pieces. Glue your fabric onto the long piece of cardboard, but be careful, children. Don't burn yourself. Now glue on the little piece of cardboard, sandwiching the fabric inside, like your favorite dessert. Repeat on the other side for curtains. Cut a rectangle of cardboard to fit the width of your doll and just the right length to fit comfortably between the 2 walls. And 8 smaller rectangles that are bent closer to one side like this. Cover with paper. Magic. Okay, sorry. I only covered paper on one side because we won't need to be covering the other side because we won't see it. We won't be seeing it. Yeah, that's right. I placed my covered cardboard between the 2 walls where I want it and mark right under it with a pencil where I want it to go. And I'm going to do this in 2 different spots. Now you need to glue on the 8 smaller rectangles we made earlier that are bent, but you need to do it a precise way or else you'll fail, just like me, as you can see. Apply glue to the bent side of your small rectangle, and you want to place it in with the small side facing inwards like this, and then press it down firmly. You're going to want to do this on the opposite side as well, with the small side facing inwards too. This way, when you fold the whole side in, I forgot to tell you, it does fold in. These, as you can see, fold in with it, so it will all lay flat. Once you've glued all the small tabs in like this, top and bottom, you can place the large rectangle on top to be a bed, and I like how you can move it. You can actually make 2 beds. I only made 1, but you can make 2 beds and put them on these 2 spots. That way your dolls have more bedding space, or beds. And it supports the doll really well. Turns out it doesn't support the doll very well. It began to bend, so I just glued another piece of cardboard on the back to support it. Now using a cut piece of a hanger, and you might want to have an adult do this for you because it's really, really hard to cut. And this small cup that I got in a 22 pack from the dollar store, or you could use any large lid. And these two buttons that I'm gluing together, you want to paint them all individually. While we're waiting for our pieces to dry, turn your structure to its right side and glue on this scrapbook paper shape. This shape is the best shape. Cut and cover pieces of cardboard with the same scrapbook paper you used for the wall thing and glue it on to the side like this. Once your pieces are dry, assemble them like this to look like a shower, and then glue it onto the scrapbook paper you cut earlier. Make sure to make it tall enough for your doll to stand under though. Now we are going to make bedding for our bed. Cut 2 long rectangles of fabric and sandwich good side to good side so they're facing inwards. This doesn't really matter to me since I'm not using patterned fabric, but if you are using patterned fabric, make sure the pattern side is facing inwards. Now sew your 2 pieces of fabric together using a sewing machine or a needle and thread. Leave an opening at the end of the fabric so that you can turn it right side out. Make sure to poke the corners in though once you've done this. Poke the corners out with a pencil or your finger, and then you can go ahead and sew your opening closed using a sewing machine. I made these cute flamingo pillows using the same method as our rectangle, except after turning it right side out, I stuffed it with stuffing and sewed it closed. I also used 2 different fabrics to make these cute flamingo pillows that you can put on your bed. I made 3 of them. On an old oatmeal container or a grits container, I'm using a grits container, draw a half circle from the bottom just like this. Now cut it out. Cover it with paper. Cut a circle out of coordinating fabric, but make sure to leave an opening so that you can stuff it with stuffing. Glue it shut.
In the arms of
I used my hot glue gun to glue together 3 bamboo skewers to make my own wooden dowel, and I made these 5 inches, and the reason why I did this is because I didn't have any on hand, so now you're gonna make 4 of these to glue onto your chair. Cover them with paper. Glue on the legs to the chair, but make sure to angle the back legs a little so that the doll can sit in it better. With your extra bamboo skewers, glue them on as reinforcements for your chair. Cut 2 identical wobbly shapes out of cardboard and glue them together like this. Make 4 more of your makeshift wooden dowels. If you already have wooden dowels, you don't have to do this obviously. I made mine 6.5 inches long, but I recommend doing them 7.5 inches long. And cover them with paper. Now glue your legs on. Take an old tea box and cut off the top tabs. Trace it slightly larger on a piece of paperboard. Draw on tabs like this. Cut on one of the line of these little corner squares and glue and bend them to make this lid. I painted mine black. Start with a rectangle of paperboard 6 and 11/16 inches by 8 and 1/4 inch and draw a line straight through the center like this. Make a mark on the side at 4 and 5/16 inches. Draw a line straight across from that mark. From the center line, sketch rounded sides to look like 1/4 of a circle on each side. Make 2 and glue them together. Cut 2 pieces of cardboard 7 inches by 8 inches. Make another pair 3 and 13/16 inches by 8 inches. And 2 smaller pieces 7 inches by 3 and 13/16 inches. And that weird dome thing we made earlier. Cut 4 cardboard pieces 3 and 3/8 by 2 and 1/8. Cut this shape out of cardboard. It needs to be 3 and 3/16 by 2 and 2/8 by 2 and 2/8 by 6 inches. Cut a set out of cardboard 3 and 3/8 inches by 7 inches. Make another set 3 and 2/4 inches by 7 inches. Cut a square 3 and 3/8 inches by 3 inches. Trace it on cardboard a tiny bit bigger and cut it. Take both of your oven sides and glue them onto one of your front and back pieces. Now hot glue on your top and bottom pieces. Cut out a rectangle. In the box, I glued in a paperboard shelf and added cardboard support. Then glue on your front. Glue on that weird dome thing like this. How sleek. You want to glue on 2 of your sidekicks on the side like this, leaving about 1/3 of an inch on the back. Glue on that hexagon shape now. Add on those 2 more sidekicks. Glue on one of your little friends. Take your walls 1 and glue them on the front and back. Glue your walls 2 on the sides. Congratulations, the hard part is finished! Yay! Mix paint and glue in a bowl, but add more glue than paint. Add in spoonfuls of cornstarch between mixing until you get a thick paste. Add in spoonfuls of cornstarch, mixing in between until you get a consistency resembling wet concrete. You're going to apply this mixture like stucco. Coat your structure with the stucco using a popsicle stick. Try to make it look like real stucco. I dragged my stick in a figure 8 motion or side to side, up and down to give it the effect it's stucco. Okay, it's all covered, but don't stucco these areas. You'll have to make a lot of stucco to cover this whole thing. I can cover part of this back, but you definitely can't. Once it's hard, dry brush this part black, giving it the illusion it's been used. As my stucco has completely dried, it has gotten major cracks. So add a lot of glue when you're making your stucco mixture. Wow! Cut pieces of stick and glue them together like this. Cut 2 straws into 2 sets of 2. One straw must be able to fit inside the other one. Cut the smaller straw the same height as the side of your cutout on the front. It all depends on how big you made your cutout. Cut your wider straw shorter than the narrow straw. Make 2 sets of stew of these straws. Paint them now. Snip a piece of paperboard to just barely fit inside the hole. Line up popsicle sticks and place your paperboard piece on top. Firmly hold your piece on top and trace around. Ta-da! Cut your paperboard piece in half. Glue your popsicle sticks onto your paperboard pieces. Flip them over. Sketch a curve on the popsicle sticks, top and bottom. Cut on the line to get these pieces. Now go ahead and paint them. Slide your wider straw over the narrow straw in the middle and hold it in place. While you're holding your wider straw in place, apply a drop of glue on the top of your narrow straw and carefully put it on like this. Once the top parts dry, carefully slide the wider straw upwards and add glue on the bottom to secure it in place. Repeat on the other side and take one of your red doors. Add a line of hot glue only on the wider straw and attach the red door for doors. Lastly, I printed a picture of stacked logs and cut a half circle and glued it on. Add beads for knobs. Make a stove. Add some of your doll's accessories. The cool thing about this is that it can fold up and save space. Remove the larger items. Place the small accessories in your basket. You can even store things in the stove. Lay your house on its back. Place your floor and bed piece on top. Fold your side tabs in. I added an elastic to keep the tabs down better. Place all the items on top. Be careful not to break off the shower. And this can be more easily stored like under the bed or in a closet. And you're done. Bye!
So guys, I really hope you enjoyed that. Comment down below if you're going to make that. So please comment, like, and subscribe. Bye! Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. And you might get a shout out if you subscribe or comment. Just make sure your subscriptions aren't private. Now on to shout out of the week. Third shout out of the week goes to Diamonds Dollies. Thank you so much for your subscription and your nice comments. Bye!